Hello friends, my name is Raju. I am working as a lecturer, Government Polytechnic Farman, Warangal. In this lecture, we are discussing about generation of alternating current with a simple loop generator and different terms of alternating quantities. Different terms of alternating quantities. First of all, we are discussing about generation of alternating current with a simple loop generator. The generation of alternating current with a simple loop generator. Here the diagram shows the generation of alternating current with a simple loop generator. In this there is a north pole and south pole, and there is a single loop copper wire. There is a strip rings and brushes, slip rings and brushes, and low resistance RL. In this generation of alternating current, we use the single loop. Single loop is rotated when the rotated copper wire cut by the magnetic flux, then there is a EMF generated. Then there is a EMF or voltage is generated. This is the working principle of alternating current with a simple loop generator. The basic principle is electromagnetic induction. Here the basic principle is electromagnetic induction. In the circuit, the output waveform is sinusoidal waveform. In this, the loop is one rotation completed. The output waveform is 360 degrees completed. That means one half cycle, one positive half cycle, one negative half cycle is completed. So one cycle is completed. For one rotation, here one cycle is generated. For one complete rotation, one cycle is generated here. The simple loop generator produces alternating current when the loop of wire conductor is rotated in clockwise direction. The initial or starting point is shown in position A. The starting point of conductor is a position A. Then it start the rotating in clockwise direction. In clockwise direction, it start rotating from point A. At 0 degree, the loop is perpendicular to the magnetic field. The loop is perpendicular to the magnetic field. The black and white conductors of the loop are moving parallel to the field. The instant the conductors are moving parallel to the magnetic field, they do not cut any flux. Therefore, no EMF is induced in the conductor. Here at 0 degrees, the loop is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Here there is no flux cut by the conductor. If there is no flux cut, there is no induced EMF. There is no induced EMF. So the EMF is 0. The EMF is 0. If the loop rotates from position A, that is 0 degrees, to position B 90 degrees, the conductors cut through more and more lines of flux. The conductors cut through more and more lines of flux at continually increasing angle. At 90 degrees, they are cutting through a maximum number of lines of flux and at maximum angles. If the loop is rotated 90 degrees, at that point the flux conducted by the conductors is maximum. The result is that between 0 degrees and 90 degrees, the induced EMF in the conductors build up from 0 to maximum value. So here 1/4 of cycle is completed. The output is 0 to its maximum value in the positive direction. As the loop continues rotating from 90 degrees position B to 180 degrees position C, the conductors cut through a smaller number of lines. When it moves to 90 degrees to 180 degrees, the cutting of the magnetic flux is less. They are again moving parallel to the magnetic field at position C. They no longer cut through any lines of flux as the loop rotates from 90 degrees to 180 degrees. At 180 degrees, the magnetic flux cut by the conductor is 0. Then at 180 degrees there is no induced EMF. The induced voltage will decrease to 0 in the same manner that is increased during the rotation from 0 to 90 degrees. From 0 degrees to 180 degrees, the conductors of the loop have been moving in the same direction through the magnetic field. Therefore, the polarity of the induced voltage has remained the same. As the loop rotates beyond 180 degrees position C through 270 degrees position D and back to the initial or starting point, the direction of the cutting action of the conductors through the magnetic field reverses. So here the rotation direction is CD and back to A. The voltage will be in the direction opposite to that shown in from points A, B and C. The terminal voltage will be the same as it was from A to C, except that the polarity is reversed. Here the complete cycle shown in the figure. Here maximum value, first half cycle, the maximum value or peak value Vp again goes to 0 and negative maximum and went to 0 again. So your total one cycle is completed, that is it have the 360 degrees rotation. That means loop is completed one rotation, then the output voltage or current completed one cycle. Next, we are discussing about what is mean by cycle. What is mean by cycle? One complete set of positive and negative values of alternating quantity is known as cycle. One complete set of positive and negative values of an alternating quantity is known as cycle. So it's have the positive amplitude and negative amplitude. So a complete set of positive and negative values is called one cycle. A sine wave representing one complete cycle. The wave periodically passes through a definite cycle of changes. Each complete cycle consisting of two half cycles. Each complete cycle consisting of two half cycles. One is positive, one is negative half cycle. Exactly identical, during one of which the voltage acts in one direction around a circuit and during the other in the opposite direction. Hence, a complete set of positive and negative values of an alternating voltage or current can be termed as cycle of AC wave. So it's have the one positive and negative values. It's have the positive values and negative values. A cycle of AC wave is normally specified in terms of angular measures spread over 360 degrees or 2 pi radians. 360 degrees or 2 pi radians. One half cycle is called alternation. One alternation corresponds to 180 degrees or pi radians. 180 degrees or pi radians. Next, the different terms. Time period. What is meant by time period? The time taken by an alternating quantity to complete one full cycle is called its time period. It is denoted by T and measures in seconds. So what is meant by time period? The time period defined as the time taken by an alternating quantity to complete one full cycle is called its time period. Its time period, it is denoted by T and is measured in seconds. It is denoted by T and measured in seconds. It's a complete cycle. The time period is represented with the capital D. The units of time period is seconds. Next, we are discussing about frequency. What is meant by frequency? The frequency is defined as the number of cycles per second is called frequency. The number of cycles completed in 1 second is called frequency of the alternating quantity. It is measured in hertz and is denoted by letter F. So what is meant by frequency? The frequency is defined as the number of cycles completed in 1 second is known as frequency. Frequency denoted with f, and the units are hertz. Next, what is meant by angular velocity or angular frequency? Angular velocity omega equal to angle turned by time taken. Angle turned by time taken. Omega equal to 2 pi by t. Omega equal to 2 pi by t, or omega equal to 2 pi f. Omega equal to 2 pi f. Here f equal to 1 by t. F equal to 1 by t. Next, amplitude and peak value. What is meant by amplitude and peak value? The maximum value, positive or negative, attained by an alternating quantity is called amplitude or peak value. Amplitude or peak value. The amplitude of an alternating voltage or current is denoted by Vm or Im. So here the maximum value attained by an alternating current is the peak value. It is the maximum value is called the amplitude. The amplitude is denoted with the Vm or Im. That means Vmax or I max. Next, peak to peak value. Peak to peak value. The maximum variation between the maximum positive value and the maximum negative value is called the peak to peak value. The maximum variation between the maximum positive value and the maximum negative value is called peak to peak value. The peak to peak value of an AC voltage is defined as the difference between its positive peak and its negative peak. The peak to peak value of AC voltage is defined as the difference between its positive peak and its negative peak. For a sinusoidal waveform, this is twice the peak value. Peak to peak value is represented by VPP or IPP respectively. So peak to peak value is 2 times to Vmax value. That means peak to peak value is 2 Vm or 2 Im. 2 Vm or 2 Im. Instantaneous value. What is my instantaneous value? The value of an alternating quantity at any instant is called instantaneous value. The value of an alternating quantity at any instant is called as instantaneous value. The instantaneous values are represented by small letters like small v, small I or small p. Small p. Alternating voltage or alternating current. The standard form of alternating voltage is given by V equal to Vm sin theta, I equal to Im sin theta. V equal to Vm sin theta, I equal to Im sin theta. Here Vm is maximum voltage, Im is maximum current, and it equal theta equal to omega t. Theta equal to omega t. That's why V equal to Vm sin omega t, I equal to Im sin omega t. V equal to omega equal to here 2 pi f. That's why V equal to Vm 2 pi ft, I equal to Im 2 pi ft. I equal to Im 2 pi ft. I equal to Im sin omega t. Here omega equal to 2 pi f. Here omega equal to 2 pi f, that's why V equal to Vm sin 2 pi ft, I equal to Im sin 2 pi ft. Here f is equal 1 by t, that's why V equal to Vm sin 2 pi by t into t, I equal to Im sin 2 pi by t into t. Yes, small v equal to instantaneous value of alternating voltage. Vm equal maximum value of alternating voltage. Omega equal to angular velocity of the coil. Angular velocity of the coil. Here t equal to time period. Omega t equal to phase angle. Omega t equal to phase angle. Here some of the problems we discussed on the basic definitions. Find the angle of sinusoidal waveform of 60 Hz will pass through in a period of 10 milliseconds. So here we find the angle of sinusoidal theta. They give the frequency 60 Hz and time period t is equal 10 milliseconds. Here f is equal 60 Hz, t is equal 10 milliseconds. Here milli means 10 power minus 3. T equal to 10 into 10 power minus 3 seconds. Then theta equal to omega t. Theta equal to omega t. Theta equal to omega t. Omega equal to 2 pi f. Omega equal to 2 pi f. That means theta is equal to 2 pi f t. 2 pi f t. 2 pi into f is equal to 60 into t equal to 10 into 10 power minus 3. That equal to 3.769 radians. 3.769 radians. Next, a simple problem on the basic terms. An alternating current is represented by I equal to 70.7 sin 520t. Determine maximum value of current, the frequency and time period. Here I equal to, they give the I equal to 70.7 sin 520t. Sin 520t. Here t equal to 0.0015 seconds. T is equal to 0.0015 seconds. Then compare equation I equal to Im sin omega t. I equal to Im sin omega t. Here Im equal to 70.7 amperes. This is the maximum value of the current. This is the maximum value of the current. Next, omega equal to 2 pi f, that means 520. Here f is equal 520 by 2 pi. 520 by 2 pi. That equivalent to 82.76 Hz. 82.76 Hz. T equal to 1 by f. T equal to 1 by f. That means 1 by 82.76. The value is 0.012 seconds. Here we find the Im, frequency f and time period t. Time period t. Root mean square value. Root mean square value, RMS value or effective value. Root mean square value, RMS value or effective value. The effective or RMS value of an alternating current is given by that steady current DC, which when flowing through a given circuit for a given time produces the same amount of heat as produced by the alternating current, which when flowing through the same circuit for the same time. So what is the RMS value? The RMS value defined as an alternating current is given by that steady current DC, which when flowing through a given circuit for a given time produces the same amount of heat as produced by the alternating current, which when flowing through the same circuit for the same time. This is called RMS value or root mean square value. Next, form factor. What is meant by form factor? The ratio of RMS value to the average value of an alternating quantity is known as form factor. Form factor equal to, what is meant by form factor? The ratio of RMS value to average value of an alternating quantity is known as form factor. Form factor equal RMS value by average value. RMS value by average value. Form factor equal to 0.707 Im divided by 0.637 Im. That means 1.111 for sinusoidal alternating current. For sinusoidal waveform, the form factor equal to 1.11. 1.11. Next, peak factor. Peak factor or crest factor. The ratio of peak factor or crest factor. The ratio of maximum value to the RMS value of an alternating quantity is known as a peak factor. What is meant by peak factor? The ratio of maximum value to the RMS value of an alternating quantity is known as peak factor. Peak factor equal to maximum value by RMS value. Maximum value by RMS value. Peak factor equal to Im by root 2. Im by root 2. That means 1.414. 1.414. Or in terms of voltage also, we equal Vm by root 2. That is also equal to 1.414. An alternating voltage or wave of time period t seconds in the shown in figure. The maximum positive plus Vm occurs at t by 4 second or pi by 2 radians. The phase of maximum positive value is t by 4 second or pi by 2 radians. Similarly, the phase of negative peak minus Vm at 3t by 4 seconds or 3 pi by 2 radians. Next, we are discussing about phase difference. The angle between the phases of two alternating quantities of the same frequency is known as phase difference. So when the phase difference occurs, we take the two alternating quantities, it have the same frequency. Then the angle between the phases of two alternating quantities of the same frequency is known as the phase difference. Another definition: when two alternating quantities of the same frequency have different 0 points, they are said to have phase difference. The phase difference is denoted by the letter pi. It is measured in degrees or radians. Next, what is meant by phase? The displacement of an alternating quantity from a given reference is known as phase. So what is meant by phase? The displacement of an alternating quantity from a given reference is known as phase, or the phase of an alternating quantity may be defined as the fraction of a time period or cycle through which alternating quantity has advanced from a given instant. Next, we are discussing about leading phase, lagging phase, and in phase. Leading phase, lagging phase, and in phase. First of all, leading phase. A leading alternating quantity is one which reaches its maximum value or 0 earlier as compared to other quantities. So here in this diagram, the voltage and current waveform shown in figure. Here the voltage is leading the current. Because the voltage waveform reached the maximum value before the current waveform. The voltage waveform reached the maximum value before the current waveform. Here V equal to Vm sin omega t, I equal to Im sin omega t. Then I equal to Im sin omega t minus pi, V equal to Vm sin omega t plus phi. Here I lags V by pi degrees, or V leads I by pi degrees. Next, lagging phase. A lagging alternate quantity is one which reaches its maximum value or 0 later as compared to the other quantity. Here I in the figure, I is lags the voltage. V leads the current. V equal to Vm sin omega t, I equal to Im sin omega t, then I equal to Im sin omega t plus pi, V equal to Vm sin omega t minus pi. I leads V by pi degrees, or V lags I by pi degrees. Next, in phase. What is mean by in phase? A lagging alternating quantity. In phase, two waveforms are 0 degrees phase difference. That means both are reached its maximum value at the same time. Then the waveforms are called in phase waveforms. Thank you. Thank you very much.